for the two businessmen at the center of today's corruption charges. It wasn't just about fixing tickets. Investigators say it was also being able to turn high-ranking cops into pawns to get whatever they wanted.
CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer joins us with that part of the story. Marcia.
Well, Dick and Christine, the two men are accused of investing over $100,000, and in exchange, they had all kinds of demands from their friends at the top of the NYPD food chain. Many are what are called big asks. U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara's description of what they got is jaw-dropping.
They got, in effect, a private police force for themselves and their friends. Effectively, they got cops on call.
U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara mincing no words, explaining what Borough Park businessman Jeremy Reichberg and a confidential witness previously identified as real estate investor Jonah Rechnitz reportedly got in exchange for wining, dining, and gifting two top cops in the NYPD. Deputy Inspector James Grant, the commanding officer of the 19th Precinct, and Deputy Chief Michael Harrington.
When they needed to get somewhere quick, they called on Grant and Harrington for a police escort, and they got it. Lights, sirens, and all.
And as FBI agents raided Reichberg's Borough Park home, carrying out boxes of evidence, the feds claimed Reichberg got help getting a gun permit and even using NYPD resources to investigate civil matters.
When Reichberg's jewelry business had problems with customers and competitors, he asked for and got help from Harrington to help settle those disputes.
But according to the feds, it was more than favors the two men sought. They wanted influence. Reichberg, who once identified himself as a fix-it guy, apparently thought of himself as so powerful, he called police brass to make promotion recommendations. In Grant's case, he asked a certain chief to make him the commanding officer of the 19th Precinct. According to the complaint, the chief put Reichberg and Rechnitz, quote, on the phone with Grant to be able to tell Grant that he was being promoted.
Reichberg didn't allegedly provide these gifts just to get his friends out of tickets. He was grooming Grant and Harrington to be his pawns, attempting to ensure his ability to exert undue influence over high-ranking officials in the NYPD and to the officers to come.
Could you comment on why you think it was so important for your confidential witness, number one, and for Mr. Reichberg to have that relationship with high-ranking members of the NYPD?
It's clear that what they wanted for the money they were spending and the gifts that were lavished and the trips that were lavished on these officers was the ability to do the official police action, escorts, access to events, the ability to get out of traffic infractions for them and their friends. There were lots of benefits they got over time on an as-needed basis.
Reichberg's lawyer defended her client.
We'll show in court he did nothing wrong. He's not a criminal and did nothing wrong.
Well, the feds also have testimony that Reichberg even got the cops to close down, ready for this, one lane of the Lincoln Tunnel and provide an escort to a businessman visiting the United States. I should point out that both businessmen gave generously to Mayor de Blasio. More on that coming up at 6.
Keep peeling back the layers on this case.
It's a lot of layers. It's like, as one person said, it's like an onion. You peel it back and there's more.
And you'll have more at 6.
Marcia, thank you.
All right.
We'll see you then.
Thanks, Marcia. More information now on this probe. A second complaint charges 2 more NYPD officers with taking bribes in exchange for gun permits. Investigators say Sergeant David Villanueva and police officer Richard Oshatel provided gun permits to Alex Shia Lichtenstein, who is also facing charges. Lichtenstein claims he paid $6,000 each and that he obtained as many as 150 permits. Officer Oshatel, a former member of the gun licensing unit, pleading not guilty. He's cooperating with the feds.